In this video, I will show you how to list the categories in hierarchical form or tree-like structure. In the categories listing page, we need to show the names of categories in a hierarchical form or tree-like structure like this, so the users can easily understand that computer's components is under computer's CPU processor unit is under computer components. Graphic card is under computer components, and so on. And of course, we need to show the category images as well. Come back to the project, and we need to update the category repository interface. Declare a new method that is public list category list root categories here. So this method will return a list of category objects that do not have parent or top level categories. So we need to specify a custom query is select C from category C where C.parent.id is null. Okay, and then we need to write a simple test method in the test class category repository test here. Okay, add a new test method here. Test list root categories, and we call report list root categories. And we print out the name of the categories here in this list collection for each category. We just print the name of each category. Cat.get name. Okay, and run this test method. Okay, now you see it prints 4 root categories that are computers, electronics, books, and internal hard drive. Let me check in the database here for the categories that have the parent ID null. Here we have computers, electronics, books, and internal hard drive exactly. So that means the code in the category repository is correct. Then we need to update the category service class, the list all method here that returns a list of category objects from the database. For now, we just return root categories, and then we write the code to iterate to each root category and get the children of each root category. So here we call repo file root repo list root categories. Sorry, I think the name should be file root categories here. File root categories. Refactor. Okay, file root categories. And we implement a separate method for listing the root categories. Private list category here. List hierarchical categories. That takes the input is the list of root categories here. Okay, and here we return list hierarchical categories passing root categories, and here we need to create a new list of hierarchical categories. Okay, hierarchical categories and return new array list. Okay, and then we iterate through each root category in the root categories collection here. So for category root category in the root categories collection here, then we write the code that is similar to the code in the method list categories used in form here. You recursive algorithm here, you see. For now I refactor change this method name to list subcategories, list subcategories used in form. Okay, and firstly here in this loop for loop we need to add the root category to the hierarchical categories collection. Hierarchical categories add here. We need to copy the details of the root category object, so we need to have a factory method here similar to this method. Public static category copy full. We copy full the details of the given category here. Category copy paste and then modify. We set ID, set name, set image, set okay, save all the changes. Copy category. We got a very strange error. Copy for here. Category. I think I need to stop the application and clean the project. Close and open again. Project clean. Okay, and open the category class here. Copy for here. It's very strange. Don't save. Let me open the category class from the Shopme common project here. Category. Okay. And now. I don't know why. It's very strange. Okay, no problem. Now continue update the code. Sometimes we can got a weird error in the IDE. Okay, so here we copy all the fields from the category object here. Copy category, set image, category, get image, and copy the set alias category add alias and set enable status category is enabled. So we have ID, name, alias, image enabled. Okay. Okay, and in the service class here we copy category, copy full the root category object here. We need to have a list of copy category objects in order to avoid making changes to the database. Given the persistent category object cat, if you call cat.setName, and because we want to show the dashes for representing the hierarchical structure, so this statement we cause the category name updated in the database. That's why we need to have a copy category objects in the list hierarchical categories here. Okay, continue. And we get the children of the root category. Add children and assign to a set here and iterate through each category here. Category, subcategory in children here. Similarly to the code we wrote previously. Here you see in the method list categories used in form here, we construct the name with the prefix is to dashes indicating it is a subcategory, and then we add the new copy of category object to the list. Okay, so I copy this, and then we need to have another factory method in the category class here. This method will take two parameters because we want to set the name that includes the dashes string name, and we call category copy category equal this method copy full here. Category copy full, and then we update the name, set name, and then we return the copy category object. Okay, and here we add hierarchical categories here. Add category copy full, passing the subcategory and then the new name here. And then we need to have a recursive algorithm applied here. That's similar here. So we need to have another method here. Private void list sub hierarchical categories here. That text parameter is a category object, category and a level number level, just like here sub level. This should be the parent. Okay, and here we iterate get the children of this category. Parent here, and we need to have reference to this list hierarchical categories here. Okay, this is sub level. and for each subcategory in the children here. And now we create the sub-level that is here. So we copy this code. Okay, new sub-level here. And then we put a copy of category object to the list hierarchical categories like this, and then we call the method itself to iterate to each subcategory, each subcategory in this subcategory. So we call list subcategories, sub hierarchical categories here, and the parent here is now the subcategory. New sublevel increased by 1. Okay, similarly to this method. Now, just new sublevel. Okay, and then we call the list sub hierarchical categories method here, passing the list collection and then the subcategory and the level 1. Okay, that's it. Okay, let me check the code again. Okay, so far so good, and save the changes. And now we are ready to test the categories listing here. Refresh the categories list here. Sorry, I need to start the application first. Okay, and you see we got the output is categories. Here you see it shows the category names in a hierarchical structure. You can see computers, laptops, gaming laptops, computer components, memory, desktop, electronics, lenses, under cameras, under electronics here, iPhone, under smartphones here. And we have some top level categories, books, internal hard drive, and computers and electronics here. Perfect. Next, we need to show the images of the categories like this. So in the project, open the project directory here. We already have some category images uploaded. As you can see in the category images directory here, we have 3 images for 3 categories here, and now we just need to expose this category images directory to be accessible by the web client, the web browser. So we need to open the Spring MVC configuration file, which is a MVC config class here, and write similar code that exposes the user photos directory here. Okay, so we again copy, paste, and modify these statements to expose the category image directory. Here we change the directory name is category image. There, here is category dash images, image name, and this should be category image there, here. Their name, and we get the absolute path from the category image directory here. Category images path and name here, and add resource handler for the directory name is this one here, and the absolute path here. And because the category images directory is at the same level as the project directory, here we have the category images directory here, so we just to change a little bit here. Here this should be two dots before, two dot and slash, and then category images, indicating that the parent directory of the current directory. But for the name category images and their name here, we don't need to use the two dots here. So here we just use a fixed value for category images here, and later we will refactor this code. Okay, save the changes. Then we need to write a new getter method in the category entity class that returns the image path of the category. Public string get image path, and we need to use the annotation transient. So Heimlich will map this getter method to a column in the database, and here we just return the path to the category image file name slash category dash images, and then the ID of this category, this ID, and then slash, and then the image file name, this image. Okay, save the change, and in the categories listing page we need to update the source attribute for the image tag. Image tag for the category image, we have the column for the category image here. So here we use the image tag with the attribute thsrc refer to the value of the category image path here. Okay, and refresh the category listing page. Refresh, and you see we have 3 images for the last 3 categories which was created when we test the create category function here. Lenses, books, and internal hard driver here. So far so good. For the very first categories, we don't see the images because those categories was created in unit test with category image file do not exist. Okay, we just need to change the width of the image here. So here we specify the style for the image. Width is 100 pixels here, and the class from bootstrap image fluid here. Okay, refresh, and we can see it looks better, right? And we update the images for those categories when we come to code the update category function.